Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so in today's video I'm going to try and squeeze in 2 war videos against SSX-1 and For Loki, and with that I will have actually had caught up with. And also in both of these war videos I have some Cassie fights that are absolutely spotless, and this is going to be a stark contrast from when I started using Cassie at the beginning of the season, and in one of the wars I got hit quite literally like 45 times by making silly decisions. And now in the end we're gonna see some very nice and clean gameplay with Cassie. Now in this war I'm gonna bring in Ronan, Dr. Doom and Cassie itself, and unfortunately the very first fight is not gonna go my way. And I swear this is something that I used to be able to do and something that I am not able to do anymore. When Wiccan came out as a champion, I promise you I had no problems punishing his level 1. And now, for whatever reason, it seems that it's kind of impossible to dex out of the last bit of that beam. And then there's just not enough time to punish it. So we're going to see, getting parried a couple of times here. There's just no other way to put it. So I start with charging heavy attack. Everything's fine. I dash in there. Obviously, we're going to be applying the slow, the poison, the taunt, everything else. I will get incinerated at some point, but here's the first parry. He dexed out of the first hit and immediately parried me. There is no way AI was able to do that 6 months ago. But okay. And now he's activating another level 1. And this time around, at the very least, I have taunt active on the guy. So I'm going to drop another heavy attack. I'm not really taking any incinerate damage because Cassie is a global defender, so that's helping with that. Now I'm just taking that level 1 on the block, and he again reparried me. His block was active there when I ran in there, and he reparries me again with a dingleberry. Now I'm going to block this hit, which is fair enough. That puts me at like 40% health. I'm going to drop in another, and here is going to be, again, AI just doesn't want to attack me, and then I get all 3 hits resisted, but it's fine. I still had some taunt active, obviously Inequity is putting in work, and I'm just going to finish off the fight here. So this fight was the closest call that I have had in a while in this season, even though I think I didn't make any major mistakes. But fair enough, Wiccan is just also naturally one of those champions that, always have like iffy fights. Kind of annoying because I did have to use more potions than I normally would, but whatever. The rest of the fights though go pretty much spotless here. So here I didn't even heal back to full, I healed to like 88% because I know that I'm going to be able to get some debuffs from I-Bomb, whether it is by hitting his block or when he activates his level 1, he puts on the tiny Petrify that obviously is going to give me the willpower heal. And here, I-Bomb, it's a similar situation kind of like with Mojo, that it's relatively easy to get extra power stings when he throws his level 1. You just need to make sure that you have enough of your, PIM particles. And now at this point we do have 14 power stings. Sweet. I am still throwing my heavy attack, chain that into a level 1. We're consistently baiting out those level 1s from I-Bomb. And, we're just slowly but surely building up our power stings. Now we got 22. I'm going to finish a combo here with Light. He uses his level 1 again. And at a relatively steady and fast pace, I would say that I-Bomb is getting chopped down. Also because we are consistently baiting out specials and, maintaining a distance. He's not gaining too many Furies from that aggression Fury node. And now at the end, he's just done and dusted. Not much else to say there. I'm going to move on to the next fight, and this is going to be Spidey. And if you use a buff immune champion against Spidey, he's like the easiest champion in the world, pretty much. There's absolutely nothing he can do. He will never trigger his phasing mechanic. You just need to bait out. And obviously, he's never going to trigger his MD or his own power gain mechanics, really, because you don't have any buffs. He doesn't really steal any power from you, and his health pool is tiny. So if you do have like a proper counter to this Spidey can be very dangerous and annoying on defense. But if you have a counter, he immediately turns into one of those like super quick and easy and chill fights. And here I have like 15 power things on him. I'm still dropping my level 1. Everything's good. Applying those poisons, so my debuffs last longer. He's taunted, so he's throwing special attacks fairly freely. I'm gonna just go finish up a combo. And that's it. We have one dead Spidey. Very quick and easy and painless. Next up, I have a Hulkling fight, and this is again with Ronan. So I have a rank 3 Sig 200 Ronan. I was actually, because I do have a 3 to 4 Cosmic Gem, and I didn't, get a 6-star Gladiator or 6-star Vox. So I'm actually thinking of maybe taking my Ronan to rank 4, honestly, because I have been using him more and more recently. I do make one small mistake here when I get clapped twice. Here dashing back, I got caught, but at the same time, I did have the Indestructible 3 boost, and now there's just stun lock. I still have, if anything goes wrong, I can still eat a level 3 from Hulkling because I had 1 hit remaining on that Indestructible 3 boost. But as we can see here, I'm doing plenty of damage. Hulkling fights always kind of get a bit dangerous with Ronan at the end because you are hitting him so fast that he can't really keep gaining his buffs. And towards the end of the fight, he's like left with 1 or 2 buffs at all times. But that's why you kind of have to have that relic as well to see if your stun will not last long enough. At that point, you use your relic to go in for another combo, stun again, and hopefully manage to finish off the fight. Now, next up, I'm going to take this Korg, and I'm going to be using Dr. Doom for that. Now, Dr. Doom is a very, very good core counter. He is going to be gaining these regeneration buffs from personal space regeneration, which is actually going to help me quite a bit because I'm going to get nullify them and get more power. So the entire point here is I'm just going to go for double level 3s. And I think I'm actually going to throw my first level 3 whilst he will have his rock stacks active, just because why not? Because I knew that my main source of damage is going to be the second level 3 and the level 2 that is going to follow that. So the most important thing here is just get to my level 3. And here his rock stacks just returned, and I just figured I'm going to throw my level 3 in them to get rid of them immediately, just to make the fight simpler. So the first level 3 from Dr. Doom. Korg doesn't lose barely any health, but at this point I go for the level 1. We're going to steal some more power from him. I'm going to manage to activate my level 3 as I still have the Fury active before his rock stacks come back. And now we can see that at this point he's going to go from 78% health to 61. So that was a decent chunk. That was like 50k damage, I think, on that level 3. And now he does get his rock stacks back, but I can just go for level 1, get rid of most of them, and first hits of my level 2, get rid of the rest of them, and the incinerates are, doing a ton of damage because I had double Fury active when I threw my level 2. And the final fight. Now, this final fight is going to be a fight that I was genuinely happy with. I actually cut it, out separately afterwards to send to a couple of teammates of mine because I had done Moz before, and I had done them relatively well, but this was like the fight where it kind of all seemed to click together perfectly. This was the fight that kind of showed me that, I'm okay with Cassie in most matchups. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one as well. So I did activate the regen boost just because I had like 1 expiring, I think. There's no good reason why I need it. And I'm actually, going to finish with pretty much full health. So I start with a heavy attack, knock him down. He immediately throws his level 1, which is perfect. I do hit him just a single time and start charging heavy attack again, just to again repeatedly knock him down, not to have to worry about that falter. Here I'm going to go for my level 1. Just again get that taunt on him, make sure he cooperates with me. Here I again go for a single hit and start charging heavy attack before I push him past the bar of power, so I can get more power stings on him. And at this point already we can see that most of his health is gone. Now I'm going to go for a light finisher and a level 1. So we get that poison on, increased debuff duration. I had been knocking him down very frequently, so I basically only started getting any of the falter charges at me at the very end of the fight when it didn't really matter. And this went down very smoothly. So I was super happy with that. And next up, we ended up winning that war, by the way. I think it was like super close, but we won it, and we're super happy with that. And that is kind of helping us pull our season together. We are, I think, at this point back in Masters, or close to it. And I think before For Loki War, we were still in Plat 1, but we'll get back to Masters. Anyways, and this last war that just now finished is against For Loki. Obviously a well-known alliance. We get to fight them a lot. We do win most of the time against them. They have beaten us, sometimes as well. So we need to do our best as always. And this time I'm actually going to bring Juggernaut to war. And Juggernaut seemingly is going to work fine, but Cassie and Warlock. So Cassie is still going to do the majority of the fights, a single fight for Warlock and single fight for Juggy Boy. And at this point, I was like, yeah, okay, I got Cassie. We're going to work this out. No big problem. My first fight is the Spidey. Just like as I said before, you go up against this Mystic Spidey, and if you have a buff immune champion, there's virtually nothing to worry about, and I won't. So just don't make any like silly mistakes. Don't get hit in the face too often. Then I start charging my heavy attack, and I nearly ran out of charges. I swear, this is getting more and more dangerous. Like, WAI used to be aggressive. It just isn't. I swear to God, AI is just in such a mess of a state. Fine. So we kind of survived that. We got some power things on him, and here we can see that his health is just disappearing. He just didn't have anything going on for him. And here again, he just dashed back, and I nearly got to stun myself again. But still, it didn't happen, so everything's working pretty much fine. 99, 98% health I have remaining. I'm going to go for another level 1 here. And, you know, as soon as he throws that special attack, he's dead. So that's super simple. Next up, Warlock against Havoc. Obviously, relatively good matchup, great matchup here. My parries can fail and defensive ability accuracy if I get debuffs on me, which I will now and then. So I do try to, you know, stay away from him at times, not to get too many debuffs on me. But the most important thing here with Warlock is the fact that your infections are not affected by ability accuracy, so you will always get to place them, and that's about it. And just don't rely on the fact that you will parry stun him. Don't get too many weaknesses on you, and everything's going to be fine. I also put on like 150% tech power boost back. Probably should have went with 200%, but, you know, I didn't want to overdo it. So first level 2 does a very decent chunk of damage as well. And now he's getting power drained. I did end up getting caught here a little bit, but it's not end of the world. And I'm going to throw my level 2 here again with 2 weaknesses, and that just about finished it off. So just a very straightforward Warlock fight, really. Nothing too dangerous. And next up, Ebony Maw. And this Ebony Maw fight is going to go perfectly fine as well. Nothing crazy with the nodes there. So this is on path 7. And Cassie is going to work her magic yet again. So I parried him. I'm going to knock him down. Don't care that it's only a single powers thing. I just want to get him in the corner. So here I am going to try and punish at level 1. And here I did get it right. But I think I'm going to mess it up with the next one. So I realized that, you know, I probably perhaps shouldn't, because it's not like consistent. It's a bit odd with the spacing here. You can see that it just missed it as he was gliding back. Maybe I should have released the heavy attack a tiny bit quicker. But it's still fine, you know, I had the Taunt on, inequity, all that other stuff. I barely felt it. And now I'm just going to do what I did in the previous match. And he freezed on me. I mean, AI knows these things, and he didn't. Like, he just literally waited out every single pin particle that I had. And, you know, made fun of me. Okay, fine. This, you know, is a little bit unfortunate, but everything's still perfectly under control. I am going to get faltered here. But, you know, that's just a bit of willpower healing back, to be honest. Nothing to be concerned about. Drop a heavy attack here. Knock him down, so he stops gaining the charges. Go for light ending finisher. Again, charge my heavy attack. And we're back in the same rhythm as we had before. So this isn't quite an amazing fight, but, you know, I am feeling like more and more comfortable with Cassie for sure. And here I knock him down yet again. He has 26 power things on at this point, and here, just to make a point, I finished the fight with a level 2 guaranteed crits, just to remind everybody that Ebony Maw cannot, you know, phase through Science Champion guaranteed crits. A lot of people always forget that. And I was like, nope, I'm going to do it on purpose. Anyways, and this is the fight for Juggernaut. Now, this is a cool placement. If my Bishop wouldn't be on defense, we probably would have brought Bishop here, and I would just parry him to death. Because whenever he purifies, he can reflect damage, and he's going to be gaining his power gain charges. But I think that reflect damage thingy is not working properly, or I'm not entirely sure, because I didn't get any damage reflected in this fight. I'm not entirely sure for the reasons as to why. He did gain his, you know, energized charges, but the rest of the fight was like fine. And, you know, it's just a juggy nuke, basically. As long as Kingpin does eventually throw his special attacks, there's virtually nothing to worry about here. So here, just bait out the level 1, which is sweet. And then I'm going to go for my level 2, which I do right now. And with the first level 2, he's down to 45%. He throws his level 1 immediately, which is awesome. He's also at 7 rage charges now, and he purifies, like, all of them, which means he gets a lot of energize now, and he goes unblockable. It's fine, but it's not reflecting any damage back. So I was expecting, you know, to have to, like, pause it and bait and dance a bit or see how much of that damage I can tank, but Jaggy just absolutely destroyed that. And I got to use Jaggy in Alliance War, which I'm super happy about. And next up, I do have a Dr. Doom that I will use Cassie against. Now, initially, when I tried and when I learned how to play Cassie, I didn't think that Cassie is a particularly great matchup for Dr. Doom, because obviously, if he does get to throw his level 1, you don't have the Petrify, then he has his aura active. If he has his aura active, you can't knock him down with a heavy attack. You can't be throwing your special ones, and, you know. I thought it's like a doable matchup. I didn't think it's a great matchup. Now, after this fight, and after kind of like getting used to using Tigra against Dr. Doom, I realized that it's actually a very, very, very cool matchup because Cassie is so tanky, you can always push Dr. Doom just to the level 2s, right? So that is the entire strategy here. It is Hazard Shift, Aggression Prowess node, but we're basically just going to be pushing him to level 2s and then doing the Tigra trick where, aside from this first level 2, and I think after this first level 2, I realized I can just do the Tiger trick, away the first 2 hits, and then start charging heavy attack when he's throwing his level 2. And yeah, you know, build up my power stings and everything else quicker. So here we're going to see that in action. So he's activating his that. I dash in at it. Plenty time for me to start charging my heavy attack, and I immediately place a whole bunch of power stings on him. Now go for level 1, and then just hold block to try and push him to level 2. And, you know, the block damage with all the debuffs and count and everything else isn't that heavy. And we do the same thing again. Dash in the middle of the level 2. And now he has 25 power stings on him. And push him to level 2. And I'm activating my own level 2. He's pretty much dead. That was a solid damage there. And I just want him to use special attack, which he does. And this was a beautiful Cassie against Dr. Doom fight. That special attack is all 105k, not bad. You know, each hit there was for like 23k or something like that. So Cassie absolutely beasted down the Doom. And after this fight, definitely, I feel, you know, as confident as ever with Cassie. And we ended up winning this war as well. So this should definitely get us back in Masters at the very least. And hopefully we're going to be able to finish off the rest of the season strong. This was also like a relatively good war for us, for our BG as well. We finished with a full-on donut. So things, you know, are starting to work out. We had a very rough start to the season. Now we're, you know, more or less picking up the pace. To be fair, though, I think when it went to the total death count, New Nation's like 3rd place, but we were in like plat 1 at that point. And the reason there is just that matchmaking has also been, you know, about as hard as it's possible for any Masters Alliance for New Nation. So I really hope Kabam addresses some stuff with matchmaking. But fair enough. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about